Back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. Now, just start for the political news. Apparently, we have talked about this before, about the complaint that trying to stop the Prime Minister from getting the royal signatures to have endorsed the amendment bill. Now, apparently, at this point, the Constitutional Court yesterday has already came out and talked about the ruling against the amendment.
Okay.
Yeah, amendment complaints. So that means that...
Okay, they're ruling against the complaint.
Exactly. So that means that... Yep. Well, the Prime Minister, just to look at the bright side, the Prime Minister, after she have heard of the news yesterday, because the reporter asked her, she's like, oh, it's a good thing, right? Because, you know, obviously at this point, they're trying their best to move everything forward. And at this point, she has her hands quite tied with everything else, obviously, especially with the flood and such. Now, they say that the court said that there was no cause for the judicial order. So this petition was led by Kun Somjet Buntanom, of course, of the Democrat Party, and said that the Kun Somjet Buntanom has asked the court to intervene on the contentious issue of transforming the Senate to fully elected upper chamber. So at this point, the court decided to launch a judicial review on the related complaint as well that has been filed by Kun Pirapan Sarirattawipak of the Democrat Party on pretty much the same issue, because don't forget, a lot of people actually filed complaints against this particular amendment. Now, the court said that they actually going to look at all these complaints and put it into one single case. And they say that it's also instructed the petitioners to make 312 copies of each complaint so that they could be forwarded to the accused, which is the proponents of the bill, so the government itself. Now, they say that at this point, a lot of the complaints actually of complainers, I guess, are not very happy about this. But there is a group, they call themselves Hanuman Pitak Racha Balang, who actually went to the Constitutional Court and actually saying that, you know, giving support, I guess, to the court and say that you have to stick your ground, do not let, you know, the other parties interfere and such like that. So at this point, is probably, I'm not quite sure how well they're going to take this, obviously. At this point, the court has also talked about another case, saying that they schedule tomorrow to vote on the verdict for the 2014 budget bill. And the opposition is right now questioning the constitutionality of this bill and arguing that the budgetary allegations of the independent organizations have deviated from the spirit of the charter itself. So at this point, they say that the government, the Prime Minister Office Minister Kun Warathep Rattanakon said that earmarking of the budget for the next fiscal year had followed precedent. So they just follow through whatever has been done before. And he denied the government has cut any spending for independent organization as alleged by the opposition. But once again, this is probably going to need some kind of evidence to go against it, because I'm pretty sure that before they make a complaint, they already have some documents in place to actually go against it. So we're probably going to still have to wait in terms of, you know, what will happen. But obviously at this point, the next step is to send it to His Royal Highness, to His Majesty the King, excuse me, to actually royally endorse the bill.
So I guess that's just one of the complaints that got ruled. I would say it's pretty quick. Normally,
they already said that it's going to be very quick. This is what they were actually hoping for, and they kind of did it, because she actually sent it out since October the 2nd, so yesterday, that she has already submitted it, and, you know, the court has come out and ruled on it already, so on the very same day. It's moving very quickly. All right. You have another interesting rumor.
News that involve the government. Normally, when we hear the rumors or the news about shuffling the cabinet, it will be from various sources. This time, the reporter said it's from the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra himself, that apparently right now he is in either Hong Kong or Macau, which the reporter says a lot of Pheu Thai member of parliament has been flying there to visit.
I'm pretty sure just to visit.
Just to visit.
Does it have anything to do with the positions?
No,
that might
has nothing to do with position, but somehow there's a news come out and said whose position, whose chairs is actually in danger, and which name would actually have a chance to be the minister.
But before we just reshuffled.
Yes, before we go to the names, former Prime Minister, this is the report. The former Prime Minister told the people that visited him to be prepared themselves for the possible election at the beginning of next year. I think we talked about this earlier. He said, of course, there won't be, the government won't dissolve soon, but there's a chance that the election will happen pretty soon.
Right.
So then he talked about the cabinet reshuffle. It should happen within October to give a chance to people that missed the opportunity in the last reshuffle to able to sit in some of the ministries.
That's kind of sad, isn't it? Because you think that you're gonna select someone who can actually do the job, but this is more like whoever didn't get the chance to actually do it will get it now.
But this is like characteristic of Pheu Thai party as a government, though. I think most of the time they would give a chance to almost everyone that they think eligible or meet the requirement to be ministers to actually taking turns in the short term, while Democrats will have specific person to sit in the in each ministry for a long while. Anyway, the name that came out that might get sacked from that ministry is Pracha Prasopdi from the Interior Ministry, Deputy Minister of the Interior Ministry. They is in the list of will be taken out because he has been minister for almost a year. And also Sermsak Pongpanit, the Deputy Minister of the Education Ministry, because he having internal problem within the ministry itself. And also Viset Kasem Thongsi of the Natural Resources and Environment Ministry. He is having problem with the stockholders. And quickly, before we go to break, the name that might get to be the ministers, Colonel Aphiwan Wiriyachai, the member of parliament of the Pheu Thai party itself, and Chaya Promma, the member of parliament from Nong Bolampu, and Wirawat Osathanukro, the member of parliament from Kalasin.
All right.
Those three names.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see whether or not these people will make the list, because obviously it's October already. We're probably going to hear it soon if it's ever going to happen.
Yes.
All right. Let's take a short break right now, because of course after this, Kun Chen will talk a little bit about the Bangkok poll that came out, talking about the tax, for the brand name and such, that seems to be not really helping us at all. So please stay tuned.